Hey, you guys, welcome and welcome back. It is nice outside, bro. Like, you know that time right before it gets cold after the summer is over? And then the time right before it gets super hot after the winter is over? That's my favorite time, child. And we outside. But you know what? I really need to get a skincare situation for my face. I have a combination of oily and dry skin, and it is really heating up. It's real bad. But I wanted to talk to you guys today because I've noticed recently a lot of this is coming to the forefront of people who want to see you do well, but they don't want to see you do better than them. And I wanted to talk to y'all about it. Oh my God, hold on. Make sure the camera not too crazy. But yeah, there's a lot of times that you may find in your life, and especially with family members or people who you've known for a long time, like friends or people that you may have gone to school with, things like that. A lot of times you'll find that people want to see you do well, but they don't want to see you do better than them. And it's a crazy conundrum because how could you want to see me do well, but you don't want to see me do better than you? And you guys need to pay attention to that, because sometimes people will undermine you on purpose because they see you doing better than them. And it'll come out in little slick things that they say. For example, if you have a job or an interview or something that you're applying for, something that you're doing, and they want to ask you your business about it. Oh, well, where'd you find that at? You know, it's underhanded compliments. Where'd you find that at? How'd you manage to get in there? How'd you manage to do this? And if it's, maybe something about your business or things that you do. Hey, how you doing? Good. It may be something about like your business that you have, right? And they'll be like, well, how do you manage to do that and go to school? Or how do you manage to do that and go to work? It's because for whatever reason, they don't see you as capable. They don't see you as a person who could manage all of those things. They don't see you as a person who has the talent or the gifts or the abilities or the skills to do all of those things. Yet they're quick to let you know in a very animated way about all the good things that are happening for them. And I've noticed this with a lot of people lately, and not just in my own personal life, but when it comes to other people and what they come and tell me about, or what I see happening, in the social media spaces and online. A lot of people are struggling right now, y'all. And you got to watch your back, because a lot of times the main ones who act like that are the ones who you expect or think or feel should be the most supportive. And family is usually a large culprit of this type of behavior, because they've seen you grow. And that's the major point when it comes to this whole conversation as to why I feel like this happens, is because when a lot of people see you start from the bottom, they don't want to help you necessarily. They don't necessarily want to stop you, but they're not really doing above and beyond to help you. They're not bending over backwards to help you. But when you're first starting out, they won't stop you. And it's hard to know sometimes unless you have a keen sense of awareness about whether or not they support you in real life. A lot of times when you first start off and you start your business, you go apply for your LLC, you get all the paperwork, you get your business license or whatever. And you got people that'll say, oh my God, congratulations, that's so great. And the ones that you really don't have to worry about are the ones who show you who they are right then and there. Because some of you will have people who show you who they are right then and there, and you can tell that they're being salty right then, because they'll start to treat you different because things are starting to change in your life. Then you'll have some that stick around for a long period of time and resent you in silence. Those are the ones that you really have to worry about, because those are the people who perpetrate as if they're supportive or as if they care for you in a way where they want to see you succeed, but they'll do little covert things underneath the surface to undermine what it is that you're doing. And then you'll have the ones who may push back on some of the things that you do. Like, you may think it's constructive criticism because you've known this person for so long, but you'll start to notice that they'll be pushed. What the fuck? Do y'all see this? The whole posse. Who are y'all? Who is this? Uh-oh. They trying to get her. That's the muscle cat. We call him the muscle cat. I looked up. I said, what the? They was all walking like they was doing a stroll, child. Let me stop. But no, the third group is the ones who push back on things. Like, I feel as a friend or a family member or any close relationship that I have, I always want to try my best or do my best to be there for my friends, right? I'm the type of friend, if we need to ride out at dawn, we riding out at dawn. You get what I'm saying? Who is it? Where we going? What's going on? You get what I'm saying? So I'm that type of friend, right? But then I have found that sometimes people take advantage of that. Now, I'm also the type of friend where I'm not just going to necessarily blindly support you. Like, if we ride out at dawn too many times and you keep getting in the same situations where we have to ride out at dawn, I'm going to start asking you some questions as to why we keep having to ride out. What's going on? You get what I'm saying? I'm that type of friend. I'm not going to just tell you what you want to hear because we're friends, and not give you the truth. I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to support you, but I'm also going to let you know what I see, and whether or not you want to take that, you can. If you don't, that's fine. I'm not going to look at you any differently. But if it comes to a point where my emotions or well-being begin to be in question because of your decisions and choices, then I will begin to separate or distance myself, because I have to make sure that I am back home for my kids. So it's like, there's a balance that you have with those types of situations. But you'll have some people who stick around and they support you, and you'll think, because they may be that type of person, that they're giving you constructive criticism about your ideas or your plans. But then, it ends up turning into a situation where they always have something negative to say. And they may give you recommendations about what they think is best for you to do. But if you don't follow those recommendations and basically live your life to appease that person, then they won't be supportive of you, right? So there's 3 different culprits. The ones who just outwardly show you that they're a hater, the ones who are covert and secretly envious and jealous of you for a long period of time until they snap, and then the ones who try to diminish your confidence by negating everything you do or say, or having an issue every time you try to do something or say something. And I think we as people, especially if you are an intuitive and very sensitive spiritual person, when I say spiritual, I don't mean the conventional mainstream definition. I mean intuitive, empathic, in tune with your emotions, and highly emotionally sensitive to people, places, and things around you. If you are that way, you have to be really careful of this, because I don't know about y'all, but a lot of the things that I've been seeing lately for myself when it comes to like the ways that I need to go in my life, a lot of people have disagreed with it. They may not have disagreed right away, but they've disagreed with it. And I understand that because everybody has their own perspective. And I'm not saying that you should be upset with these people or hold any grudges or hold anything against them, but you have to be able to differentiate between what's best for you and what someone else thinks is best for you. Okay? And I had a situation where someone recommended something to me, and it was a good idea. Like, it was a decent idea. I didn't have any problem with the idea, but I wasn't able to act upon the recommendation right away. Time had to pass. I always believe that God is in control. And as time passed, the recommendation that was given to me a few months ago has now come back into my life, but it's come back into my life in a way that's more concrete. You know, like if somebody just tells you, oh, you should go up there and, you should apply for your business license. You should go up there and do that and do this. And you don't have the money to do it, like whatever the situation is. Somebody may tell you about something, and the only job that they may have at that time is to bring it to your awareness. Because if it's something that is in alignment with the path that you're walking down, your spirit team, God, source, whoever you pray to, will then perpetuate events and circumstances in your life to bring it back into your awareness, but also in a more concrete way, right? Whatever it is, if it's meant for you, it'll be for you, and nothing in your life passes you by. So basically what happened is now this prior recommendation from someone else, which I considered and looked into, but I wasn't able to take advantage of at the time, now it's come back into the forefront of my awareness in a totally different way, with a totally different set of circumstances, which are more aligned or concrete, amenable for me as an individual, to where I can actually now pursue it more deeply. And it's because that's just the timing. Like we sometimes want to rush things and make things happen really quickly. And sometimes people around us, because they may love us and see the urgency in our situations, they may want us to hurry up and act on things and do these things and, rush. But it may not be something that we necessarily need to do at that particular moment in time. It may just be a situation where their insight is expanding our awareness to further insight that we can gain. And that's why you have to take advice with a grain of salt. And I'm still learning too. I'm still learning, you guys. I mess up, and sometimes, you'll be trying to help somebody, because if you're on the other side, sometimes you'll be trying to help somebody and you feel like they don't want your help. But there's also a situation where they may be on a track or a timeline that doesn't correlate with what you think that they should do in the given moment. So it's hard on every side, really, because you got to ask people if they even want your advice. Then when you give it to them, you can't feel bad if they don't take it. And at the same time, when other people give you advice, or when other people, come into your life to try to recommend things, you have to discern what you're going to sift through and see as valuable and take, and what you may leave, to the side for a little while. Either way it goes, I think it would really benefit a lot of us to go with our first mind instead of, everybody else's first mind. It would benefit a lot of us to be confident in the decisions that we make as individuals, and not so much rely on what other people's opinions are, what they necessarily have to say, especially if we know we're not causing harm, right? If you're trying to do things the best way that you can with the best of intentions, then you got to do it the way that you feel called to do it. That's pretty much what it is. And for somebody to get irritated with me, it was just crazy, because it's like, this person got irritated with me because now I'm taking your advice and doing something that you brought to the forefront of my awareness that you said you were going to support me on. But now, because I didn't do it when you wanted me to do it or how you wanted me to do it, you got an attitude about doing what you said you was going to do. And, you know, it's a L. It ain't no skin off my back, honey. Like, at the end of the day, like, I don't want to force anybody to do anything. I do my best not to be that way. I know we're all human. So don't check me on it. No, but I'm just saying, like, at the end of the day, like, you really have to watch out for yourself when you're making changes in your life. And I kind of talked about this when I first started doing these little videos. I talked about this. It's like, you really have to be careful, because as soon as you decide to start living your life for yourself, it's a lot of people that will get an attitude. It's a lot of people that won't want to see you finally making that change, because in some way, shape, or form, the way that you were living your life benefited them. And if you were to change, or if you were to become more successful than them, they wouldn't have access to your energy in the way that they do now. So a lot of times, really be aware of why people are giving you the advice that they're giving you. Really be aware of why people are recommending things to you, because you never know where people's intentions truly are. And a lot of times I feel like people don't even understand subconsciously what's going on in their mind, because they may not feel like they're doing anything negative towards you, but because they have a subconscious resentment, they may do things unbeknownst to themselves, because a lot of people don't have control over their own spirits at this personal time in our lives, okay? This current state that we're in, a lot of people don't have control over their own spirits, and sometimes their spirit will start to move, and it's not something that's gonna benefit you, because those subconscious, thoughts are really strong. But just know to keep an eye out for that, because I really feel like there's a time coming now where there's going to be a lot of people who may try to undermine you, or they may try to, sabotage you in some way because of these reasons. And you don't want, be aware. Be aware, because you don't want somebody to mess up an opportunity for you, because you're thinking that they have your back and you're thinking that they're on your side, and they really have some type of hidden animosity, because it's getting to a point where, snitches get stitches. And I feel like it's about to be a lot of people snitching. And you may think that you got somebody on your team, but they're not really a team player. So y'all just keep in mind, okay, all of the things that I say. I hope that you guys benefited from this message, got something out of it. It's getting dark, y'all. I'm finna go in the house. It looked like it was raining for a minute, but I hope that helped you guys. Be sure to share this video with someone who you think may need to hear it. Like and subscribe to continue to catch the vibe. And get in the comments, you guys. Let me know what you thought about this. Let me know if you've experienced any of these situations in your life and what you realized from it, okay? But I will see you guys next time. Bye.